Hi guys, I am back at it and I hope you had a great week teaching. I had a difficult time teaching this week. A lot of my students were real cranky and I think that's because school started. It was their first full week of class. So this week I decided to do what is usually called a studio vlog, but we're going to call it a classroom vlog. I really took the style and the tone of my videos after a couple of really adorably cute illustrators who I can link to the websites below, the YouTube channels below. But I absolutely love watching their YouTube channels. I am totally not an illustrator. In fact, I'm horrible at drawing. So anyways, back to my classroom vlog. When I'm watching these illustrators, they will do once a week or maybe twice a month, they will do a studio vlog. And these studio vlogs are basically what they're doing in that day or that week. Their coffee shop, them packing orders for Etsy. Sometimes it's illustrating, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy watching this. So I kind of thought, well, I see on Facebook that lots of people want to see other teachers' classrooms. So I thought I would do a video walkthrough. So I'm going to take you on a classroom tour, and please comment and tell me what you like, what you don't like. I'm completely fine with criticism. Why do you do that? You can ask me all kinds of questions.
Okay, so this is my classroom. I'm going to do a step-by-step, but as you can see, I am quite the minimalist. I also do a lot of overnights, so I have some bonus things in here that you might not need if you are doing maybe 4 or 5 classes in the morning. But sometimes I am teaching 20 classes in an overnight or 22 classes. So I will go from Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and have anywhere from 20 to 24 classes. So this helps me a lot. The first thing that helps me is that I have a chaise lounge. As you can tell by the cushions, it's actually supposed to be connected to a couch, but I use this as a chaise lounge. I have a trash can. And then also that helps me tremendously is I have a mini fridge. So the mini fridge helps wonderfully to keep me from having to go downstairs. If I go downstairs, the dog gets up and gets out of bed. My boyfriend starts to wake up, and everybody's really unhappy. So this refrigerator has helped a lot. And I figured I would show you some of my organization techniques. I actually used to work emergency critical care, not with humans, but in the medical teaching center at the veterinary school in my state. And when the poo hits the fan, you want to make sure that everything is exactly where it should be, and you don't have to be looking around and running around. So I very rarely look away from my camera or my class, even when I'm typing, and I think that has helped me a lot. Looking for rewards or looking disorganized or having a pause in your conversation can really interrupt your rapport with the student, and if the parents see it, they can get really upset. So let's take a look at what I have here.
I have a very specific place for everything on my desk, and so that might not be your style, and so this might be really interesting. It might actually like annoy the crap out of you maybe too, I don't know. But I'm willing to show it to you. The reason why I want everything to be very organized, and I don't mean organized like in alphabetical order, but I mean organized where I know where it is and it's always there at the same place, so that you can just grab things without actually really looking. And that's exactly what I do. And I think that that helps a lot. I think there's a couple of things that when you transition either from teaching in person or you've never taught before, one of the hardest transitions is to look at where the camera is, right? You're looking at the kid and you're like, oh. The second most difficult thing is trying to find everything that you want and think about it and still be looking at that kid. So if there's a picture and you thought it was going to be really easy, what is that? And it's a lion and they say tiger. And you say, ugh. You can just grab your pile instead of saying, ooh, I know where that is. Nope, you just grab your 10 animals flashcards that you have on your desks and you say, are you sure that's a lion? And you look through, tiger, right? So it helps me, I think, because I wouldn't say that I rarely look down, but I'm less likely to look down because I know where my whiteboard is. I know where my, reward is. I know where my stars are. I don't have to look over and be disconnected from my student.
Be it an emergency iPad holder so that I can just sit and talk. But most of the time what I do is I have my iPad on there and I will then check to make sure, like if we're running late, I can check to see how many slides we have left, or I can open up bookings while I'm teaching, all kinds of things. So here are my rewards and my extended things for my trials. So this is a piece, actually, these used to be together. So they were one, I would write on this one, and then this one you notice has Velcro on it, and then I have Velcro on the back of these. This is definitely for when I travel, but I have, it's split, and so I'm like, whatever. So now I put it over here. This was actually a VIPKID like PDF that they offered us. And I really like it because not only does it help with colors, but it also helps with, happy or sad, and eyebrows and eyes and nose. I could put Velcro here for ears, but I guess I've never done it. And then fruits that, a lot of kids, they don't know the names of. So grapes, I'm actually pretty impressed how many kids know that this is a pear. So fruit face is good for colors, for shapes, for face, and for feelings. This one, we have a new trial at VIP that has monsters, and so I like this one because it also can be helpful. This literally was something that was a decal. It was $1 strip at the dollar store, and I just cut them open, cut them separately, so you can see that I should have cut this a little bit better, but I couldn't, right? So I'll probably peel those off just so that you can't see them. So these are great because I can talk about, again, I can talk about color, I can talk about numbers. How many eyes does he have, or does it have? I can talk about eyes, I can talk about nose, I can talk about mouth, I can talk about teeth, I can talk about hands. See, because how many legs does he have? He has 2 legs. How many legs does he have, right? What color are his legs? That kind of thing. So these are helpful. I put them in this little bag because I travel, and that is the bag that I travel with, and that is it. So this is my most commonly used side of the desk, and I'm going to walk you through and kind of go step by step. So first of all, I have my 10 or 12 animals that you use all the time, and that is always on the right-hand side. I have pictures for boy and girl, he and she. I have numbers out. I have these awesome little face things, cats and dogs. And I have my whiteboard, my whiteboard and my eraser. Sometimes I use this as a mouse, like so to show them how to use the mouse, like click and drag and drop. I have things that they often have problems with. So house and mouse, or mouth and mouse, or house and horse. So those are something that I always have. I always have, of course, an apple here. And then I have my emotions, you know, how are you? Are you happy? Are you sad? I can also use these for he, she, and they. I have my regular, you know, eraser stuff. And then I have a bowl of like dice. And these are my commonly used objects. So let's take a look at the commonly used objects. Umbrella, flower, sun, kite, cake, tree, and ice cream. Those always help me. In here I have like a fake phone that I can say like, oh, is that you? No, that's not you, but phone. I use this clip to put a piece of paper over my camera. I have cash. I have yuan. Kids love the fact that I have money. My boyfriend goes to China every year and teaches, so he comes back with a couple extra yuan. But if you don't have anybody that travels to China, what you can do is go to a coin collector or a money exchange, and actually, you know, this is probably about $10 in yuan. And it really helps the kids. It helps them with the 10s, the 20s, the 1s, the 2s, that kind of thing. I have my fake glasses. Yes, I wear fake glasses. We'll talk about that. I have my stars. And in this little pocket, I have my shapes and my colors. And I also have my goals. So every month, I always have a goal. So my January goal for VIP was $3,400. I don't actually remember. I know that I probably exceeded that, but I can't remember if it was just VIP that I was goaling. Yeah, this one is just VIP December goals. Up here, I have just some things like a big star, so that's usually their 5th star. I have like headband with some stars, and tiara and rabbits that I probably am going to get rid of fairly soon because they are like massively broken. Actually, I'm going to get rid of them today. And then we have a flamethrower, and that might seem really weird, but it is because I will sing happy birthday. I'll actually blow out candles when we have to blow. There's a whole, at VIPKID, there's a whole birthday unit. And then this, I have to say that this is my saving grace some days. I think you call it a Matryoshka doll, or some people call it a Russian nesting doll or a nesting doll. Many students have these, and it is great for greater than, lesser than, bigger, smaller. If I want to use 3 dolls, plural, that kind of thing, and the kids love it. Mine goes, I think, like 8 or 9, so literally, like, it will be this big. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down, and look at how small this one is. It's so small. So this has been a lifesaver for me. I do not travel with it, but I use it at least once a week, and sometimes, depending on which unit, I will use it once a day. So there are a couple more things that actually help me keep my sanity while I'm teaching. So here, I use this all the time as a celebration or to keep students focused. I have this, it is a question mark, and then I laminated over it so I can put like he, she. Is this a boy or a girl? Is it he or she? S or no S? Right, so that helps me a lot. I can also use this. It's just too big to travel with, so I don't tend to. My other company, I need to actually use a a whiteboard because they are working on curriculum right now, and so they have a platform, but they don't have a lesson-based curriculum. So we have a curriculum, but we use a lot of whiteboard. Snow caps, these are my favorite, snow caps, nonpareils, and these are for traveling, but this is also very helpful. It has a reed in there and it goes through. It has beautiful scent and it really helps me. It's not too strong so I don't sneeze, but it helps me a lot. So there is one more thing that I want to talk about. I will show you a picture of this after I stop using my iPad, but this thing is wonderful. It goes into it can be used for any iPhone or Apple situation, but it plugs into my iPad. And when I travel, I like to use Ethernet for my iPad. So where is it? Yeah, right here. So this, some people are like, I didn't understand and I didn't know that you could do Ethernet into your iPad, but for sure you can. But when you do this, the Ethernet lightning cord is not allowing you to charge. So you have to either have the Ethernet in or you have to charge. So the solution is one of these little doodads. So you can plug this in, and it is a splitter. I think it costs I got it in Spain, but I've seen them on Amazon for like $20. And I think this thing cost me $20. The great thing about an iPad is that you don't have to sync it. You just plug in the Ethernet cord and boom, it's done. My jack for my Ethernet cord here is just a iPad Ethernet connector. And I then have this clamp system here because I didn't want everything all on the floor. I wanted it to kind of be all set and ready to go. And if I were to do it again, I would probably get a white cord like this, just with a longer cord, because see how I have to connect it. But the one thing that I would recommend is that you get a cord with USB ports, because the other USB cord, I usually use it for my phone. The other thing that I wanted to show you is my little bins here. My bins here have a couple of different animals. I have snakes, and but if you ever have anyone going to China and they can get you one of these, and I will definitely put it on and show it to you, but I also have big giant masks under here that I got for Halloween, so I will try those on as well.
So I hope you enjoy, and I really appreciate you tuning in. And of course, please like it and comment and subscribe and ding the bell and all kinds of things. I'm brand new, and so anybody you can share these videos with will help me tremendously. Thank you.